The Eastern Cape government continues to get support from the private sector in trying to contain the spread of the coronavirus. Premier Oscar Mabuyane is today expected to receive vehicles and personal protective equipment from Mercedes-Benz South Africa. The handover will happen during Mabuyane's weekly media briefing. Let's get the very latest now. Yanga Funani is in East London for us. Yanga, very good morning to you. What's happening there?
So we need to hand over Mercedes-Benz cars to get you here every...
Very good morning to you, Blaine. Yes, indeed, you are coming to us live from Bishop. It has become tradition that the provincial government briefs the media every Tuesday, taking the citizens of the province into confidence, speaking about their intensifying of the fight on COVID-19. One will remember that the number of positive cases is just over 82,000, while the number of deaths are over 5,000, over 2,000. So the Premier of the province will be speaking into those issues. He is also expected to pronounce new partnerships with corporate businesses in the VCM Metro. We are now joined by the provincial spokesperson, Mr. Mvusi Sigbecha. Mawa, what can we expect from today's briefing?
What we can expect is an injection of resources into the work that government is doing. That's the infrastructure injection that government has been putting, upgrading facilities, putting oxygen, and the Mercedes-Benz group coming in also to provide resources to help government and the people of the province to win the fight against COVID. And this injection comes against the sad number of losses that we are registering as the province, which means quite a number of families have lost their loved ones. And government continues to send condolences to those families. So we're hoping the injection that is coming in will continue to increase the number of recoveries that we are seeing in the province to reach a more higher percentages. We are now at 92.4% in terms of recoveries.
Okay, speaking about 92% of recoveries in the province, yesterday we registered over 50 deaths. Now the number of infections is standing at 177. Meanwhile, the province has, in its own submissions, been saying that the month of August is expected to be where we reach the peak. I fail to understand that. Can you take us through that data again?
Well, look, this pandemic is somewhat a roller coaster because there's data that suggests that we may have peaked earlier, and there's always a second wave. We're seeing it in other countries where they've peaked and then the second wave comes in. What is important for the people of our province is that we need to adhere to wearing of masks, staying at home, only leave when there are essential affairs that you need to attend to, keeping that social distance, ensuring that wherever you go, you're wearing your mask. This is going to help protect our people from being infected. The best way for us to beat the peak is to wear our face masks, stay at home, don't go to social events, don't go to parties, don't go to sports events. The only people that go to sport events are the professionals in the codes that have been allowed. Everyone else must stay at home.
Okay. Lastly, before I let you go, Mawawa, yesterday you released the number of businesses that are doing business with government, especially during this period. What's alarming is the fact that the money spent is close to 600 million in 3 months. Will the Premier speak to that as well?
He will be speaking to it. I think it was to be expected that we're going to have to spend more money to fight the virus, because remember, no one had allocated funds for COVID-19 intervention. So when it comes, you need to take decisions and implement those decisions according to the PFMA and MFMA in terms of municipalities. So what we're doing with that list was transparently showing the people that were doing business with the awards that we have given to companies. Majority of those, the Premier, as you will be talking to, are companies in the province. So we're saying to people of our province, those that see or know of wrongdoing in the procurement that we have done, they must come forward. And only people that have got real evidence should do that. Anyone else who doesn't have evidence of wrongdoing but spreads gossip and lies, we really don't have time for those. We need these companies to continue providing support to the intervention that we're rolling out.
Okay, well, thanks a lot for your time. We will continue with this conversation in the afternoon, sir.
Thank you.
Well, Blaine, that's the spokesperson of the Premier, Mr. Mvuswekaya Sqwetsha, telling us what to expect from the briefing, of course. He's saying that the Premier will be speaking to issues of intensifying efforts to fight this pandemic in the province. As for us here in Pisho, it's back to you in studio.